and recognize that value isn't arbitrary or dogmatic, that we can observe it in the world, we can identify the things of value. And clearly the biggest argument between us is the fact that I, as a conscious organism, have realized that one of the most obvious and substantial and intrinsic, and perhaps the only intrinsic thing of value, is the welfare of a feeling thing, the capacity to torture something. If you take the capacity to torture out of an equation, it becomes an easy equation. The price is real that we're paying for whatever this robotic silly game is we're playing. First, do no harm. So first find out what the harm part is and say, well, let's try to get rid of the harm part. And then you can maximize the good part. It's any efficiency equation, any mechanical, you view an engine or anything you're trying to fix or you're trying to improve. Well, first you find out where the waste is, you find out where the bad stuff is, and you correct it. And then you try to maximize or optimize the good stuff. I see the question as being one of simply finding the value. And I'm saying, when I look at the whole entire universe, the only thing in value in it, okay, is the welfare of a feeling creature. I've said it 7 million times. If you think something else is of value, I can't see it. Agency of a retard is valuable. No, it isn't. I don't see anything else of value, but the end result of torture, not torture, and that you can't logically defend imposing the price for your life on somebody else. If you're not paying, then you shouldn't be playing. So it is an important question of consent, and it's an important question of imposition in terms of an ethical question regarding value. You're only a taker if you're stupid. It's just a fact. It's a huge vacuum in your knowledge base when you don't understand the responsibility not to make a mess, not to shit in other people's living rooms, all that kind of simple stuff. And life is essentially a bad game. It's a game built on this idea of insane competition for the glory of standing on a mountain for a moment and then being one of the bloody bodies, the skeletons at the bottom of the ditch. We all get wiped out by the acid. It's just about how and when. And it can't be played. It's a stupid game. And all through it is all kinds of unconsensual impositions that just make it unethical besides rationally stupid. And that's the fundamental argument here. And that will be the truth in the end, in my opinion. The truth will be understood by people who acquire any kind of significant knowledge about what their psychology is doing to them and how they're just playing out a silly addiction. Silly notions of value, not rational understandings of value. Emotional definitions of value, not intellectual definitions of value. Fundamentally, evolution is change. It doesn't have an end, theoretically. It's perpetual change. There will always be a tug of war, so to speak, in which way change and evolution goes. So there's no such thing as, maximized to some direction. We completely break the mechanism of evolution. We're no longer doing the survival of the fittest thing. And the truth will be found, and that's what knowledge does. It finds the truth over time. And that's what's been going on for 10,000 years of human existence. And we're finally at a point where intelligent human beings can recognize what's really happening to us and how we're being victimized by this Borg of addiction and desire, and that this is a redundantly stupid play of need, make a mess, clean up a mess.